Good morning, and welcome to Ark and Dove Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. I'm Brian Boudreau, the Clerk of Session here at Ark and Dove, and your host here in the lobby, the weekly program of the goings-on at Ark and Dove. So today is the 24th Sunday after Pentecost, as well as Stewardship Dedication Sunday, so there will be some special guests in the sanctuary today. Advent is just around the corner, and my guest today is Paula Griggs, who will be talking about her role in the church and preparations for Advent. But first, let's look at this week's announcements. As I said earlier, Advent is right around the corner, and it's time to start thinking about one of our mission projects, the Holiday Sharing Christmas Gift Program with the Anne Arundel County Department of Social Services. There will be a few changes this year, including an online system for signing up, and details will be provided when we're ready to start signups later this month. But for more information, you can contact Greg Makar. Also, the Stephen Ministry recognizes that this year will be different than years past. And if you're going through a difficult time, the Stephen Ministers can walk with you on your journey. So please contact Lori Barrow or Kelly Burnett to find the support that you need. Also, you can join Kim Champagne every Wednesday at 7:30 until November 25th for a discussion around Diana Butler Bass's book, Grateful. You don't have to read the book to participate. But Bass's course in gratitude offers a different approach to all the negativity, something we need in this time. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. is a weekly Bible study on the upcoming Sunday scriptures. There is no homework and no commitment, but contact Pastor John for the Zoom invitation. For our youth, Godly Play is still every Sunday from 9 to 9:40 a.m. via Zoom for kids grade K through 5. Julie Devers can get your kids signed up for that if you've not already. Also, Logos for Youth continues in its new format. If you're not already on the weekly emailing list, please contact Amy Goldberg. Additionally, adult volunteers are needed. Although last Wednesday's campfire quarrels were canceled due to rain, the group will meet again next month on December 9th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. The theme will be capitalism and its alternatives. You can get more information from and RSVP with Pastor John. And now for upcoming social events, Sunday Fellowship will follow after the service at 11:15. If you don't already have the Zoom invite for that, you can email fellowship@arkanddove.org during service. The crafting group meets the first Monday and third Wednesday evening of each month at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Amy Tardif has that invitation for you. Saturday night game nights with the deacons. They play code names. You can get that Zoom invite from Ellen and Greg Makar. And the Friendly Seniors Tea at 3 every Thursday via Zoom. Pastor Tim has that invitation for you. So we are continuing our series on the lobby, Ark and Dove, Then and Now. And this week I'm excited to welcome Paula Griggs, whose work is seen every week during service. Welcome, Paula, to the lobby. How are you holding up these days?
Oh, good. I'm glad to be here, Brian.
So the first thing I wanted to ask you is what brought you to Ark and Dove? Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got to here.
So I'm retired military, so I was still in the Air Force when I moved to this area from Grand Forks, North Dakota. And like everybody else, I was driving past and I saw this sign and I was looking for a church and I just kind of drove up the driveway and here I am. And that was, 12 years ago.
Oh, wow, 12 years ago. So let me ask you, we've talked with several people so far about the longest walk, right? That walk from your car to the front door. Do you remember that?
Yes, it was a long walk. But I remember when I first came in at that time, after the service, we were doing cups. They were handing out cups from Ark and Dove. And somebody knocked on my door. It was Donna Anderson. And she handed me an Ark and Dove cup. And I thought, this is really nice. No, there was no pressure. There's no, let me come in your house, let me convert you or anything like that.
That's really nice. Yeah, those cups were a real hallmark of Ark and Dove for a long time. So you have a special skill that you share with Ark and Dove, and many people may not even realize it, but we see your work every week during the service. So you do the flower arrangements. How long have you been doing flowers for Ark and Dove?
So I've been doing flowers for Ark and Dove since 2014. And I was on the flower, originally before that, I was on the flower team. And the old, Jean Powers, the office administrator, who used to be the office administrator, she was in charge of the flower team. And she had a flower arranging class. And it was me and 4 other people that took that class. And I was hooked after that. And after that, I took a few classes at Anne Arundel Community College. And it's just, I still like to take workshops and classes and that type of thing.
So you mentioned the flower team. So we still have a flower team today?
Yes, we do. We still have volunteers that help us. We really kick into gear, of course, around Advent, Easter, that type of thing. We would like to, if anybody would like to have flowers, maybe they're celebrating a birthday or something, or a baptism or something, that they can always contact me. And we'll be happy to put flowers and put an announcement in the bulletin.
All right. So if you have a special event in your life and you would like some flowers, during service, that the flower team will put together an arrangement and help folks with that and commemorate that, and it'll be mentioned in the bulletin then, right?
Yes. We can put it together, or they can help put it together. They can buy an arrangement. It's very open, And that being said too, the flower team, we always love new ideas, new creativity. So if anybody has an interest, then we're open to that too.
Oh, wonderful. So tell us a little bit about your process. How do you decide what the arrangements should look like, and what is your thinking behind that?
Most of the arrangements are seasonal, and my whole idea is that when you're in the sanctuary, I want you to feel like you can walk out the door and see the same style and the same colors, the same texture, the same rhythm, So as you probably notice in Lent, it's a lot of sticks and browns and golds. And then, of course, when we get to spring, it's pastels. And then summer arrangements are real dark green with saturated colors, reds and fuchsias and that type of thing. And then fall, more your golds and oranges.
So you obviously think about the seasons. Do you also think about the liturgical calendar? Like what's like special days, All Saints, Easter, Pentecost?
Yes, exactly. Of course, we have Advent coming up, and I'll be talking about our Advent wreath that we are doing pretty soon. We also, Easter is a big thing. Valentine's Day, that's kind of more of a other holiday. But yes, we do.
So how often do you change the flowers then?
It depends. Most of the flowers, they are silk. It's lower cost, as we can reuse them over and over. So normally I change them after every 3 weeks or so.
All right, so we need to be watching every week to see how the flowers change.
Yes.
So now the flowers, they sit on these boxes, and apparently there's a story behind these boxes. So where did we get these boxes for the flowers to sit on?
So these boxes were designed by a craftsperson to match the architecture on the sanctuary. So all of this kind of ties in together. The pulpit, the baptismal font, our Advent wreath, when we pull that out, all of that kind of ties in. These boxes, or the flower stands, we have 6 of them. So sometimes we do kind of move them around, and that also kind of gives you a little bit of interest, to change from Sunday to Sunday.
Now this year, we've not been able to experience your arrangements in person, but you are cooking up a plan, aren't you? Tell us about this season's project for the Advent wreaths.
Yeah, so we in the flower team and some other volunteers, we are making Advent wreaths. Since we're doing the service virtually, and we will still have the Advent wreath candle lit, we would also like to be able to have the Advent wreaths in home so everybody can follow along. So right now, and I'll show you one that we're working on. This is kind of that we are working on now. And we are working on these to give these out to every family in Ark and Dove. And of course, it's the flower team and also the logos. And we'll be delivering these on Thanksgiving, or you may come and pick up your wreath. And we also understand maybe some people, you already have a wreath, an Advent wreath that you use, but you know, you can always have two. But we would like for everybody to sign up, so that way we know if you would like a wreath delivered or if you would like to pick one up.
A good note, because the Sunday after Thanksgiving is the start of Advent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we, so how will we sign up for this?
You can go to the Sign Up Genius on the announcements, and it's in the archive and also on the announcements.
So we'll light a candle when the family lights a candle during the live streaming service. Then you at home will light a candle as well.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Now, at Christmas time, the sanctuary is usually filled with poinsettias. Will we be doing that again this year?
Yes, we will be doing some large poinsettias and then some other poinsettias, you know, to kind of match those up.
Oh, wouldn't it be beautiful if we could fill our screens with poinsettias, you know?
Yes, I love that time of year.
Well, Paula, it's been a real pleasure to talk to you today. I know that every time we watch the live streaming service, we see your touch there. So thank you so much for sharing your talents with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
And to all of you who tuned in today, wherever you are, thank you for joining us. As always, the e-archive and the Ark and Dove webpage have more information and links to all the signups. Sunday Fellowship is after the service at 11:15. Have a great week. Keep wearing your masks, and the live stream service will begin in a moment.